Hi everyone, thanks for joining. We hope that you and your families are healthy and safe. Just a brief about myself. I am Jyoti Thakur, Digital Marketing Specialist at AdYogi. The topic for today's webinar is what are the 10 things you can do on AdYogi platform to increase efficiency. The speaker of the webinar and one of the panelists is Manasvi Neol, Senior Digital Marketing Specialist, and we have two other panelists, Kanda and Priya, Digital Marketing Specialist at AdYogi. Let's get started. Over to you, Manasvi.
Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you're all doing very well and have adjusted to the new normal somewhat at least. Let's dive right in. In today's session, I'll be covering 10 AdYogi features. Some of these are related to creatives and how we can further improve our creatives. We'll also talk about features that can help us in scaling up our campaigns efficiently. And lastly, we have some features related to reporting and reporting insights. First up, let's talk about one of my current favorite features, the automatic budget optimization feature. This one is especially relevant right now because since the lockdown restrictions have been lifted, the campaigns are being scaled up very rapidly. This feature helps us with the scale up of our campaigns. It allows us to tweak the budgets of our prospect campaigns at a predefined frequency and based upon our expectations for the return on ad spend or the ROAS. The feature makes it very easy to scale campaigns without disrupting the learning of the campaign. Let's take an example. Let's say that you want to increase the budgets of your campaigns as long as the ROAS is maintained at a 4x. In this case, what you can do is that you can tell the feature that you want to increase the budgets by 10, 20, 30%, whatever you want, by every day, weekly, bi-weekly or tri-weekly, based on last 1 day's performance or last 3 days performance or whatever time frame you prefer. And this feature will automatically check the performance of your campaigns and increase the budget by 10, 20%, whatever you've mentioned, as long as the ROAS is maintained at 5x, 4x, which is our specified ROAS metric. Similarly, if you want to scale down your campaigns in case the performance is not up to the mark, you can also say that decrease the budget of my campaigns by 5% if ROAS of the last 1 day, 3 days, 7 day is not equal to 2x. And in this case, the budget optimizer will change your budgets either every day, weekly, bi weekly, or tri weekly, depending upon your chosen frequency. These budget updates happen in the morning, so do keep that in mind while you're setting up your automatic budget optimization. Now let's discuss some creative related features. The first one is scheduling of ads. This feature allows you to schedule your ads to be activated or paused at any chosen time. Usually when we want to schedule ads, we have to do it at the ad set level, and this feature allows to all of the ads within that ad set. This is not very convenient. This particular feature on the AdYogi platform allows you to schedule each ad individually instead of the entire ad set. It makes sure that we don't have to manually resume some time sensitive ads at odd timings. For example, if you want the Black Friday sale to go live exactly and at midnight and be paused the next day at midnight, it would be a big hassle to do that manually. This feature can help with that. All we need to do is input the time when we want the ads to be activated and paused, and the rest is taken care of automatically. The next is the custom overlays feature. This feature allows us to upload any custom overlays or frames that we've created onto the AdYogi platform and use them in our ads. The biggest benefit of custom overlays is that we can add an element of our brand into the overlay of frame and increase brand awareness and recognition. As you can see in this particular example, there's the brand logo in the left hand corner, and the other two corners are occupied by some summer related creatives. So here the entire theme of the creative is summer, and that is how they've created the frame. This is a very good way to make your creative stand out amongst a sea of other creatives. For example, for For a brand that is very specific about the color schemes that are followed in the frames or the fonts that are followed, you guys can create your own frames with the specific fonts and color schemes and upload them onto the Adobe platform and use them in your ads. Next is the multiple overlays feature. This one is one of the most beneficial features that has been enabled on the platform recently. This feature allows us to add overlays or frames as well as price or strike through price overlays together. So basically what this means is that you can have a frame which is maybe include some sort of a brand or image or some summer logo or whatever along with a price indicator, so it can show your price, your discounted price, or just the discount percentage. This basically allows you to beautify the simple catalog image with the frame or the overlay, and at the same time you can also show the price, which is a very sensitive information, and usually people like to see that right on the images. Moving on, we have the Creative Studio. This feature allows us to use predefined templates to convert our simple catalog images into fancy graphic creatives. So, in case your catalog images aren't too attractive or you've just taken them against a plain white background and you do not want to invest in a graphic designer in-house, this feature would work wonderfully for you. It converts the same catalog image into three different resolutions. One is the square image, which is perfect for Instagram, Facebook feeds. Next is a vertical or a portrait image, which is absolutely perfect for stories. And last is a rectangle, which is also required for some newsfeed placements. As you can see in this particular example, the same catalog image of this red dress with tassels has been converted into a rectangular image and a portrait image along with some product related information. So not only are we beautifying the image in a way, we're also providing some very essential information to the users. The next feature is the auto rotation of story ads. This one is another feature that helps us in making sure that our ads are very frequently updated with minimal manual intervention. As you all know, story ads need to be updated at a far higher frequency than any other format. In this feature, what you can do is you can add up to 10 cards for the story carousel, and we'll pick 3 cards at a time to be shown to users in the ad. And these 3 cards will keep shuffling twice a week. So on day 1, we may show the first 3 images, but on day 3 or day 4, these products will get shuffled and the next 3 or some other 3 products will be shown. So this way you do not have to manually intervene to update your story ads or make any kind of changes over there. All you need to do is that on day 1 when you're creating ads, make sure that you're uploading about 9 to 10 images and we'll take care of the rest. And whenever the image switch happens, you'll also get to know that which 3 products are currently active. Now we'll be moving on to some reporting related features that we have, and the next one is one of the most wanted features on the Adobe platform. The internal team and the clients have requested this one time and again, and finally we've launched this feature. The feature is real-time reporting on the platform. Real-time reporting can really help us in catching any issues with the campaign performance right on time so that we can take necessary measures to rectify it. The real-time stats are now available on the ROAS Analyzer page, the reports page, ads insights, and campaign insights. And gradually, we'll also implement it for all the other views. The ROAS Analyzer especially can help us in finding the root cause of any drop in the performance with just one look, and we can compare to yesterday's performance or last 7 or 30 days. So basically, as you can see in this case, the ROAS for this particular website has dropped from a 6x for yesterday to a 5.8x today. And we can clearly see that that could be because of the transaction rate, which has gone from a 13 to a 10%. However, we would never look at yesterday's performance versus today's performance. We would look at a larger time period, which would be 30 days or 7 days. And having said all of this, I would not recommend making any hasty decisions based on just the first 4 to 8 hours of the day to judge the performance. I think it's better to just give it some time, because usually post lunch is when performance would pick up and when more users would be online. So just do not make any hasty decisions based on the real time stats. Next is the catalog analysis tab. This feature has been live for some time now, but it remains kind of a hidden gem so far. This is a report of the performance of each of the products present in the Facebook catalog. It includes the spends that we've done on these products in the last 7 days versus the last to last 7 days, and the purchases and return on ad spend received, achieved. It is also giving us a comparison of 7 days to previous 7 days, so that you know that there is this one particular product that was doing really well last to last week, but now it's not doing so well. So you can take some informed decisions about that. Using this tab, you can also find out which are the best performing products that you have and make sure that their inventory is always stocked up. You can refer to this tab to ensure that some of the non-performing products are not getting most of their budgets by excluding these from our ads. For example, in certain cases, some products might be getting a really high budget but not a very good return on ad spend. You can exclude these from your catalog so that we do not show those products anymore. The next is the UI UX. We have a newly launched user interface for a few pages on the platform. I think some of you may have already seen the ad creation pages. The custom ads, smart ads, and dynamic ad creation pages have been updated, and the UI is completely different now. But this UI has not only been implemented for the ad creation pages, it is also available for the My Account page. This is the page where all our advanced features are available along with relevant information that will help you make an informed decision about some of these advanced features and whether you want to use them or not. The new UI for the ad creation pages for custom, smart, and dynamic ads is very intuitive, and it makes the ad creation process much easier. And if you guys have any feedback for the new UI UX, please do share it with us. We're always delighted to hear from you guys and always delighted to get feedback from the users. Lastly, we have the attribution change. So now you can change the attribution of your ad account for the AdYogi ad account right on the platform. This one is kind of a tricky one because usually we've seen there's a lot of confusion around attribution and people are confused that, okay, hey, my Facebook panel is showing a different number of sales than the AdYogi, and the AdYogi doesn't ever match with the Facebook. And the root cause for all of this is, of course, the attribution. So if you're seeing a really huge difference between the Facebook and the AdYogi panel, the first thing that you may want to do is change your attribution window. The most commonly used attribution window is 28-day click and 1-day view, which is also the default attribution window of Facebook. The default attribution window on the AdYogi platform is 28-day click and 28-day view. So if you're seeing a lot of differences, you may want to switch to 28-day click, 1-day view. If you're advertising in multiple platforms with extremely high budgets, you may also want to switch to 28-day click or 1-day click so that the overlap amongst the platforms is not very high. For example, if you're doing Google, TikTok, Facebook, all of these, sometimes what happens is Facebook might show the attribution of a view sale as a very high number and a very high ROAS, but actually that sale might have been a last click for Google or TikTok. So in these cases, you might want to exclude the 1-day view attribution from your Facebook. And if you guys have any questions regarding attribution, or if you're confused about the concept of attribution, we have a couple of videos around the same on the KM portal. So just feel free to check these out or just shoot us a question if you need to, and we'll be happy to help you. Coming to my last slide, I'd like to share a few upcoming features with you guys, which the product team is currently working on. And in the coming few weeks, you can expect to see some of these on the platform as well. So firstly, we have the Google ROAS Analyzer. I think you guys by now are very much aware of the Facebook Analyzer, and it's been a big hit with everybody, even the internal team and the clients. We're all very happy with the Facebook ROAS Analyzer because it gives us the exact metric where our performance has dipped, which means that we have some clear-cut next actions in case our performance is not up to the mark. So again, the Google ROAS Analyzer will do the same for the Google campaigns. It will help us in doing a deep dive into the cause of a dip in the performance, or even in cases of an improvement in performance, the ROAS Analyzer will let us know what has gone right so that we can keep a track of that for next time and take necessary actions accordingly. The next feature is the ability to create Google Smart Shopping and brand search campaigns from the platform. So this one is again one of the most wanted features, and we've been working on this for quite some time now, and we're getting ready to launch it very soon. So the smart shopping campaigns will now be created even for specific product groups, which is a really good feature. You do not need to create your smart shopping campaigns for the entire catalog. If you have a special category for which you want to promote your smart shopping campaigns, you can do that as well. And lastly, we'll be expanding the real-time reporting to all views on the platform very soon. And the real-time reporting time period will be upgraded from 4 hours to 2 hours. Because I know that in a lot of cases, 4 hours may be quite a long time to catch some issues where we're doing very, very high spends, which is why we've decided that maybe 2 hours would be the time period which would be apt for all clients and all kinds of budgets. And even when we do it from our end, we try to make sure that we're checking the stats regularly, and we found out that 2 hours is the proper and appropriate time to check your campaigns. Of course, tinkering it with it too much and checking every 5 minutes is also not going to help anybody. So that is why we're trying to go for the 2 hour time frame now. This brings us to the end of my presentation. I hope you guys found this informative.
A small request to all of you. Check our product update videos of new features launched on the AdYogi platform, which are released at the end of every month on YouTube and KM portal. Thank you everyone for attending the webinar. Stay safe.
Thank you so much for joining, everybody, and thanks for the team for helping us coordinate this. And stay safe, guys. Thank you for joining.
We indeed had very nice time answering all your questions. We'd love to get in touch with all of you. Thank you so much.